Hey guys, this is Rebecca Oberstadt. In today's video, I'm going to be swatching out some BB and CC creams as well as going over the primers that I have. A lot of these are like sample sizes or tester sizes that I've got in like Ipsy, or there's a couple I got in Sephora Play. There's one or two that I got as like Ulta or samples, which I don't think Ulta does samples anymore when you order, because the last, I don't know, 4 orders that I've had come in from Ulta, I haven't gotten any samples, and there's no option when you go to checkout to select samples anymore. So I don't know if they did away with it or what, but I got a like $75 gift sampler about the end of last year. I got like paid so much for an order, and you got like a sampler bag with a bunch of products, so I did get a couple of things in there. As of right now, I have 10 primers, and for somebody that doesn't wear foundation, I don't wear primer. I've tried wearing primer and then just putting on like concealer and corrector and that kind of stuff, and it's okay. It's just I don't use primer. And I have 4 BB CC plus whatever you know, of these, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first one is this L'Oreal BB Skin Beautifier Cream in the shade Fair. This is one of those ones that you put it on the skin and it turns out white, and then once you like massage it in, it actually turns into like supposedly your skin color. This actually isn't that bad, but I can feel the grains in it even when it's on my skin, and as you can tell, it's darker than me, and my washcloth is over there. So that's the first one. Probably a little bit big of a swatch, but you know, that stuff spreads out pretty good. So I plan on keeping that. I do use it. And then I have the IT Cosmetics. This is a CC Plus in the shade Light. I don't even think Fair would be light enough for me. This is rather dark. This is one that I do plan to pan. There's a swatch of it there. As you can see, it's rather dark. Then we have the Makeup Forever. This is the Ultra HD Perfector in 08. This came in a Sephora Play. Why I got a shade so dark, I don't know. I use it as like a liquid bronzer kind of product, and I just kind of tap it on the skin and then blend it out. It's actually not bad as a bronzer. I also plan on panning that, like to use it up. And now that I look at it, it's actually not much darker than the darn IT Cosmetics one. The IT Cosmetics came in an Ipsy, and then we have a Dr. Jart BB Plus in the shade Light Medium. This either came in a Birchbox or an Ipsy. I've had it for a while. It's an interesting like grayish kind of undertone. I also mix this with the Makeup Forever and use this as like a contour kind of shade, because as you can see, it's too dark for me. So those are 3 that I plan on like trying to use up this year. Then we get into primers. The first one is brand new. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. This is the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. I haven't used this. I haven't even done a patch test on it, but I plan on keeping it just because, you know, I haven't done anything with it. The Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Hydrating one, I'm going to try and use this up. You know what? Yeah, I will try and use this one more time and see if it breaks me out again. If it does, I will declutter it. So that's another one I'm going to try and pan. This one here, I know I'm going to get rid of. I've only used it like twice, and it's a very like greasy formula. I do have a yellow undertone in my skin, and I thought it would like work out, but it ends up being like super greasy on my skin, and anytime I've ever tried to use it under product, it ends up staying very like oily looking, and I do not have oily skin. I have super dry skin, so I thought, okay, well this will work. And then what it does is it breaks up the product underneath, or I mean it breaks up the product that you put this on top of. So with this underneath, it just kind of ruins the whole thing. The next one is this No Problem Touch and Soul Prime Essence. This came from a BoxyCharm, and it's very like watery. I think like 2 drops of this stuff, and that literally just went right down the drain. So I think 1 or 2 drops of this would be enough to like cover your entire face. And let me go see if I can rescue that from the drain. because our house is so old, the little stopper in the drain broke, but thank God for these little lash tools because I was able to reach down. Thankfully, the lid landed with the open side up in the drain, and I was able to reach down and get it. The next one, whoops, that I'm going to be getting rid of, I said last year that I would like try and use this more. It's very gritty and sandpapery feeling on my skin. I do have fibromyalgia, so textures and stuff are very odd for me. So I'm going to be getting rid of this. So that's 2 so far. And because they're basically new, I'm not going to like throw them out. The next one is from Ipken, and I'm going to put this one here and not do anything with it for a second. This is their Radiant Cream Primer. I'm going to try and use that up, as well as the VDL Lumilare Primer. The reason why I want to swatch both of these at the same time is because these are very, very similar products. I like what they do. They give a nice radiance to the skin. The Ipken one has like a pink undertone or a pink pearlescent sheen to it on the skin. And of course, you're going to blend this in a lot more than what I'm doing. I'm just doing this so you can see it on camera. And then this one is a white-based iridescent color. So when you blend it onto the skin, it just leaves like a nice iridescent, almost a hint of a bluish purple sheen, whereas this one is like more pink. And hopefully that's coming across on camera, the colors and stuff of it. Let me dry my fingers off. Hopefully you can see it there. So this one is the VDL, and it shifts more like purple and blue, and then the Ipken one is more pink. I mean, they're both really pretty primers, and I like using it on days where I don't wear a whole lot of makeup. It just gives a nice radiance to my skin, and I like both of them, but I'm going to try and use both of these up. Would I purchase either of them? Depending on which one, I mean, they feel about the same on the skin. The Ipken one does have SPF 15 in it. Depending on how much they are, I would probably buy one or the other of them. The next one is this Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For. I cannot use the Benefit No Pore Primer or the Professional Primer. I've bought several of them. I've tried them at different times, and I can't use it because of the high silicone content. But for whatever reason, this product here, which is also a silicone-based primer, I have no issues using it. So I'm going to keep this. Then we have the Tarte Base Tape. This came from a Ipsy. The Peter Thomas Roth, I think, came in a BoxyCharm. It might have come in a, it might have been a sample I got. This one here is like super liquidy, but it smells like, I think this is the one that smells like coconut. Let me put this on my hand. That was a little rude. Yeah, this one smells like coconut, and then the next one I think also smells like coconut. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer. I'm gonna put this on my hand as well. This one isn't quite as watery. I haven't used this one but once since I got it. Oh, that's very thick. That's a heck of a lot thicker than the Tarte one. Oh, no, this one stinks like cucumber. Now I know why I don't use it. Yuck. I hate the smell like cucumber. So one smells like coconut and the other one smells like cucumber, so that now the back of my hand smells like tanning lotion. That's just disgusting. Ew. I don't like the smell of tanning lotion. I don't like cucumber, and I don't like coconut. So, yuck. Bye. So, as of right now, I want to try and use up these two here for sure. I'm going to get rid of the Milani and the NYX, and then the Makeup Forever one, I want to use that up. So there's 3 I want to try and use up here, and 3 I want to try and use up there, and I'm decluttering 2 of them. And anything that I say that I'm decluttering, if I'm not throwing it in the trash, I will be listing it online for sale. And I just realized I have BB cream all the way up here from, yep, the It Cosmetics one. But as you can see, even like things like this, they're like way too dark for me. And that's a problem that I run into a lot with BB creams. And this is the shade Fair. This is the lightest shade that they have. And as you can see, it looks like I have a weird bruise on my arm, or a healing bruise on my arm. So yeah, that's going to do it for my primer and BB/CC cream video inventory, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Hopefully this is helpful. With some of like the ones that I've bought, if I could go back knowing what I know now, would I buy them? No, I wouldn't buy them now. Actually, there's, other than the VDL and the Ipken primer that are on the counter, I wouldn't buy any of these products. I wouldn't. The fragrance in the Tarte one and the First Aid Beauty make my stomach turn, so I wouldn't use those. I wouldn't buy them if I smelled them in a store. I definitely wouldn't use them. So, like I said, depending on what the price is for the VDL versus the Ipken would determine whether or not I buy either or one or the other. I wouldn't buy both, I would buy one or the other. The Ipken one, like I said, does have an SPF in it, which would probably be a little bit better to buy. But I do like both of them equally. They do give a nice, beautiful, like, radiance onto the skin. And they're hydrating, so I don't have to worry about, you know, my skin looking like craggy or anything. So, yeah, I don't use primers. I don't think that they do a whole lot. The Peter Thomas Roth one does definitely blur pores on my cheeks and my nose and scars and stuff that I have on my chin and my forehead. So this one I do think does what the Professional is supposed to do, but the Professional I think I'm allergic to. So, yeah. The next video I will be filming is foundation and setting sprays and stuff like that. So, look forward to that coming. I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.